Hey guys, Alex Khan here, and I'm going to give you my thoughts on the 2005, I think it's 2005, the live action adaptation of the Initial D anime series. So this live action movie is not a Japanese production. It's actually in the Cantonese language with a lot of Chinese cast. So before I start into my little review on the live action movie, I want to give you a little background about me. So I love car movies. I also love anime, and Initial D, one of my favorite animes of all time. Not only was this anime about cars and drifting, but it's the characters were really engaging too, and I felt like the car scenes were really well done. Even though it's animated, it's still one of my favorite car series of all time. Not just anime, but car series of all time. I would rank it alongside Dukes of Hazzard, Knight Rider, stuff like that. So I never got around to watching the live action movie until a few days ago. I was pretty hesitant about watching this, but I decided, hey, it's on Netflix, it's free. What do I got to lose? If I don't like it, I can just stop watching. So I put this movie onto Netflix. I booted it up, and I don't know how long the movie was. Maybe like an hour and a half, maybe a little bit longer than that. I actually did like this movie. I did. But let me preface that by saying it had a lot of shortcomings too. This movie, as I said, it's one movie. It tried to tackle a lot from the anime series, condense it into one movie, and as a result, I feel like the driving scenes suffered, the character development scenes suffered. That's not to say they were badly done. It's just that the anime had a lot more time to develop these things. So when you watch the anime, the character is important, but especially important are the driving sequences. Like, there were episodes devoted just to the races themselves, and the characters talked about what they were doing, and a lot of time was spent on making these scenes come to life, developing these scenes so that it felt like you were there. Now, I think the movie did a good job filming the scenes. Like, the shots looked really great, but I think they felt a little rushed too. Like, I didn't get a sense of the race courses. All I got were like close up shots of the characters, how they were feeling. Some pretty good shots of the cars, but again, I didn't really get an overall sense of what was actually happening in the live action sequences. But again, these nighttime shots of these guys going downhill, down Akina Pass or Akina Mountain, they looked good. I just think they should have spent more time developing those sequences. Maybe develop a storyboard and direct the sequences better. But that said, this was a short movie. I think what they should have done, they should have made less racing scenes so that they can make maybe one or two really great racing scenes. At the stands, there were like 3 or 4 racing scenes, and I felt like they were kind of rushed. And that's where you have the argument between movie versus TV series. A TV series has all kinds of time to develop its characters, all kinds of time to develop the action sequences. So there's really no way that this live action movie could hold a candle to the anime series. So with that out of the way, I want to say I did like this movie a lot. It was really enjoyable. And it might be a little off-putting for some to listen to Cantonese when you're used to the Japanese language. But I wouldn't let that dissuade you. Because, Cantonese, it's a beautiful language. And I think this production did a really good job of bringing the anime to life. Like, the cars were the same, they were mostly the same, and the characters were really well done. The guy who plays Takumi, who was the star of this movie, was played by Chou. He played Kato in the recent Green Hornet movie. It's not really recent, but it's the most recent Green Hornet movie there was. So he a very good actor. He doesn't really look like Takumi does in the anime, but I don't think there really was a way to do that without, I don't know. I won't get into that. But yeah, I thought he acted out the part of Takumi pretty well. But I think the person who did the best job in this movie was his father. what's his father's, the actor's name? I forgot. But the character's name is Bunta, and basically Bunta is this tofu delivery owner or restaurant owner, and he makes his son do all these deliveries, and that's why Takumi gets really good at downhill drifting. It's because he's made all these deliveries down this pass, so he knows these roads like the back of his hand. But the father, he is an expert on tuning the car that Takumi drives. But there's some aspects of Bunta's character that some might find funny, some might find despicable, because he's a huge womanizer and borderline pervert. And there's some parts where it seems really creepy, and there's some parts where it seems really funny. I'll let you guys watch the movie yourselves to see what you think. But the actor, who again I don't remember his name, but he really captured the essence of Bunta, and yeah, I think he did a really good job. But what's really good though is they bring these cars from the anime to the big screen. So Takumi, he drives his Chou AE86, and for the most part, it looks just like his the anime counterpart. And then you have Ryosuke, who drives the Mazda RX-7 FC, and they just refer to it as the FC throughout the movie, and also in the anime they refer to it as the FC. And it looks pretty good. It's got the red sun emblems on the car, and then the Emperor Sudo, he drives his Lancer Evo 3, which I don't think that looked like the one in the anime. I forgot though. I haven't seen the anime in a while, but in the live action movie, his Evo is all black, and then in white lettering it says Emperor on it. And then you also have Takeshi, who drives a Skyline GTR Nismo R32. And I don't remember if that was accurate either, because again, I haven't seen the anime in a while. I just remember what Takumi's car looks like and what Ryosuke's car looks like. So I'm glad they brought these cars from the anime onto the big screen, or at least onto the live action adaptation. Now, as I said, this is it's this one movie. It's about an hour and a half long. I don't know if that's the exact running time, but it's about an hour and a half long. And they took a lot of elements from, I think, 3 or 4 seasons of Initial D, and then they put it all into this one movie. So, might be a little spoiler for you guys, but if you've seen the anime, which I'm assuming you have, then some of the things they take from the seasons is they show Takumi using his gutter technique, where he uses the gutter to grip for his car so that he can make tighter corners at certain parts of the pass. So the gutter technique is addressed. His race with the Emperor is covered. Also, when his car blows out, he has to rely on his father to fix it, because Takumi doesn't really know anything about cars. He only knows how to drive them. But yeah, so his father puts an illegal race car engine inside the 86, and that's from another season. What else do they cover? Oh, they also at the end of the movie they touch upon Ryosuke asking Takumi if he'll join Project D, which is Project Dreams. So yeah, there's a lot that they cover from this anime. Oh, they also show God, what's her name? Natsuki. That's Takumi's first girlfriend in the anime series. And man, they actually went into her relationship with the older man who drives that Mercedes. And that's a very dark subject matter, which I found really dark in the anime. And the fact that they covered this a little bit, I'd say even better, or more clearly in the live action movie, because they clearly define what this relationship is between Natsuki and the Mercedes driver. It's pretty dark, and I can't believe they actually put that in the anime series, and let alone the live action movie, because it's something that they did not need to do, but they put it anyways, and it adds a lot of dark adult dimensions to the anime series. So yeah, I did like this movie, but again, you can't compare this movie to the series because the series has a lot more time to develop the characters, has a lot more time to develop the race car sequences, which to me, are the highlights of the anime, like the racing scenes. So again, I did like the live action movie. I just feel like they should have maybe done fewer races so that they can develop the races more, flush them out more, so that you get a sense of what's actually happening. Um, so I think I covered everything I wanted to say about the live action movie. I would recommend it. Like, even for fans of the anime, I would recommend it too, just so that you can see these cars in live action form. But again, you're getting a very superficial coverage of the anime series. But a lot of people want to see what they did anyways. So as a fan of the anime, definitely watch it just to see how they tackled it. So this video is pretty long, and I probably repeated myself many times. I do apologize, but yeah. What do you think of the live action Initial D movie? Did you like the actor portrayals of these characters? Did you like the racing sequences in the live action movie? And I think this one should be obvious, but did you like the anime better or the live action movie better? I guess a more fair comparison, maybe compare the live action movie with Tokyo Drift. That'd be kind of a more fair comparison, I suppose. All right, guys, thanks for watching this long-winded video.